distance, triple that size. What a matchup we have for you in the battle for the state of Oregon. Glad you could join us from Reser Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. This is a huge opportunity for their team. Making it to the college football playoff last year has proven to them they can compete with any team in the country. But now they've got to do it again. They've got to show that that was not just a one-year fluke and that they can be consistently great. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Ducks offense will have the first possession of the game. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, and it just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start. And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore.
Well, I love the job in coverage there. Sure, the guy made the catch, but right away the defender able to bring him down. No possibility of yak on that play.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Making side adjustments here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Little room there. Pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did.
Going for the big play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They're dealing with a second and long. On the delay, it's Davison. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The option, he'll keep it. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again. It's just frustrating.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Great place to start for this offense. Now on the counter. Oh, better look out. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the move, it's Hatcher. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Keeps it on the draw. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Dante Moore pulls it in. It's Griffin. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Moore will throw. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like they are a committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having Moore come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable run.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had it.
Turning it on! Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Makes a grab and room to run. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Beavers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
The run inside. It's Hatcher. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, Beavers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they start in a great spot, move the ball 34 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Takes a handoff. It's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a 1st down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Moore. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hooks. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Moore to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon.
There he goes. He's at the and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running inside, it's Newberry. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff, it's Hatcher. Spins away from the defense. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. And the Beavers will have it 1st and 10.
886, bouncer. 886.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hatcher. Shakes off the defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And I like the play call, like being aggressive on offense. 2nd and inches, you still got a 3rd down coming, but the defense, great job being ready for the pass. Wasn't fooled, got the sack, now set up a better 3rd down situation for him.
So send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to make up for that last one on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Beavers line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
And they swarm him under.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Facing a 3rd down, he's short from the 26. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
That's caught. It's Johnson.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Gets it out quickly. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, that is just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum now.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. Fires to the right. Caught. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice gain by the offense.
A first down run in the red zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. To the air, it's Murphy. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. They punt it away on fourth down. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Throwing more. Got a man. It's Stewart. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. He gets away. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Might be changing the route. Here's Moore to throw. With the catch, it's Stewart. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Moore will throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He makes a catch. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. To the air on first down. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 18 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's the Red Raiders coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Now back to your game in Corvallis. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Catching up with the Beavers head coach at the half. There is a big sense of urgency coming out of the locker room at the half. They know their backs are against the wall right now. All of the momentum going to their opponents as they went into the locker room. But now they get the ball back to start this third quarter, and coach said, this is our time. We have got to take back that momentum, and he believes his team can do what it takes. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Run inside. It's Newberry. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Snags it over the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Newberry. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41.
Here we go. Ready.
On the option. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. There is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Dante Moore. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You've got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Trying to run, it's Newberry. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Defense.
Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it cost the defense a 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Running inside, it's Hatcher. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Oregon State. They take the lead here in the second half. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
With the catch, it's hooked. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Moore. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Caught in the backfield, it's Nolan.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
And the Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Hatcher. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Blue 22, shift.
To the air, it's Murphy. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
He's going for the goal line, and he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks! His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open, not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. And they're able to get him on the ground. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. He'll try the left side. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Moore with the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. Keeps it himself and gets to 1st. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Throwing Moore. Fires left. He's got it. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Here's Moore to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The give on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Under fire. He's got him. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Beavers will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Got enough for the 1st. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Do they have another third down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, they're chewing up clock on offense right now. They've been able to stay on the field and sustain this drive. They've been really, really good on third downs, and it's not just throwing the football, but they've been able to do it running, too. Give the guys up front a lot of credit, getting some big-time blocks. Really nice job by the running back there as well. And this drive stays alive for the Oak.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Now, ready? Red 18, red 20 hot. Red hot.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Bear. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
Using his legs, it's Davison. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. It'll be 3rd and long. Moore from the gun on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Ducks send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll try to make the catch in traffic, and the returner will be knocked down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Looking for a man. It's Murphy. It's complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Facing a third down and short from the 26. On the option. The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
The short hands, it's Nolan.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Ready.
The run inside. It's McMillan. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Got him downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Now Oregon will call it second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running inside. It's Newberry. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Beavers come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Murphy. Looking to scramble. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Quick step and go. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The snap sets up to throw. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he got it! And now it's a one-possession game.
And with that kick, man, we got a one-possession game. Here's the good thing. Good news is you got all 3 timeouts. So you can kick this football deep, use your timeouts, save as much time as you can to give your offense a chance.
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Breaks the tackle. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Timeout is called, and that will be the 2nd charge to Oregon State. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Oregon State will use its final timeout here. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. So as they've done so many times in this in-state rivalry, it is the Ducks who outlast the Beavers. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.